Now, this particular flowchart is the summary of the two definitions, for composite supply and mixed supply. As we discussed just now. Let us try to understand this flowchart. The first checkbox over here is it naturally bundled? As the question when two or more supplies are made, as a bundled together. Whether they are naturally bundled. If answer the first checkbox, first condition is yes, then check next condition. Is it in the ordinary course of business? It means this two supplies like an AC and service of installation. Is it in the ordinary course of business? If answer for this question is also yes, then go for the third checkbox. If one of which is a principal supply. One of them is predominant supply and another one is ancillary to it. If answer to this question is also yes, then that becomes a composite supply. So you have to check the same sequence. These three conditions. If answer to these three conditions all is yes, then that becomes composite supply. But at any point of time, if answered to any of one, this question is no. The first is whether it is natural bundle. If answer is no, in the ordinary course of business. If answer is no, at one of which is a principal supply. If answer is no, either of the question is giving you the answer as no, then you have checked the second checkbox. Or the second condition. Is it supplied for a single price? If the answer to this question is yes, then that becomes a mixed supply. But if it is not supply for a single price, it means separate price or separate charges are applied on individual items of supply. Then it will not be treated as mixed supply. But, separate tax rate will be applicable on individual items. Let's take a few examples to make a concept more clear to understand this flowchart more clear. We will continue with our same examples of AC and installation services. Let us keep this chart in front of you now. Now this particular vendor is charging rupees 15,000 for AC and 5,000 for installation, so total 55,000 is charging. And the rate for AC is 18% and rate for installation is 12%. So what will be the rate applicable for this composite or mixed supply? This is a question in front of us. So first of all we should classify whether a particular supply is a composite supply or mixed supply. So the starting point is, check the first condition. Whether is it naturally bundled, it means the supply of AC and installation charges, whether it is the naturally bundle. What is naturally bundle? Whether it is so obvious. Yes, it is called obvious. That along with AC the installation services will be provided. So answer for first checkbox. Or first condition is yes. We will check the second condition now. Is it in the ordinary course of business? Whether its installation and AC is supplied normally by the vendor or it is very extraordinary only for you. It is provided. No. It is in the ordinary course of business to provide. So answer for second condition is also yes. So now we will move to the third checkbox or the third condition. One of each is a principal supply. Now out of AC and installation charges, one is predominant, that is supply of AC. Because the value is almost more than 90%. So one of which is a principal supply. Answer for this question is also was yes. Now all the conditions are satisfied. So we will say that the supply is composite supply. As we have discussed in case of composite supply, the tax rate applicable to the principal supply will be applicable for entire supply. So tax rate applicable for AC, in this case principal, for entire supply value. So in our example is AC is taxed at the rate of 18%. Then 18% will be charged on entire consideration. Now we will take one more example. You go to a restaurant and you order a combo meal. and that is charged for a single price. And in that combo meal or combo pack, there are 3 or 4 components. Like one is cold drink, one is burger, and one is French fries, etc. So these are all provided for a single price. So what will be the tax rate applicable, because the tax rate for cold drink, burger, French fries may be different. So what will be the tax rate for this single price combo meal? Again, we have to check whether it is a composite supply or mixed supply first. The first condition or the first checkbox is it naturally bundled? Whether this kind of combo meal is naturally bundled. We can say yes. Everywhere you can get, when you order for a meal, the meal consists of many items. So it is naturally bundled. It's not think extraordinary. Is it providing in the ordinary course of business? Yes. It is not special just only for you. That vendor is not providing. It is obviously available in the menu card or ordinarily it is provided. Answer to these questions also. Yes. So we'll go for the third checkbox. One of which is a principal supply. Now as per the definition of principal. Principal supply contains one predominant element and other elements are ancillary to this. Now, in this case you can see that there is no item it is so dominant either in terms of volume or in terms of value. All we can say, equal or near to equal to each other. So there is no single item, which is a dominant one. So there is no principal supply. So the condition number 3 is not fulfilled. So if the condition is not fulfilled, then you should check this checkbox. Now when we have to check whether is it supplier to single price. Yes. This combo meal is provided for a single price. So answer for this question is yes. If it is provided for single price, that becomes so mixed supply. So this particular supply under GST will be treated as mixed supply. And as we discussed in case of mixed supply, what is the rate of tax applicable? The tax at the rate, which is a maximum rate of these 3 items. 3 or 4 items. So if these 4 items are having say 5%, 12%, 18% rate, then 18% is maximum. 18% will be chargeable on entire price of this combo meal. Now simple question that may arise in your mind. That why to sell this for a combo or single price? So if you don't sell this at a single price, instead of that you charging this separately. Cold drink will be rupees so and so. Burger will be so and so. French fries will be so and so. Then the answer for this question will become they are not providing at a single price. So, they will be charged by individual rates. Anyway, we'll take one more example to make that concept also clear. Like there is an offer by a gym equipment manufacturer that he is providing riyad meal and a cycle for exercise. This is providing as a combo and it is mentioned that this will be priced at 10,000, 10,000. Total 20,000. And if you purchase this combo we'll offer you 5% discount on this. So this combo of 2 equipment is provided. But it's the invoice. But in the bill, the vendor is charging separately. For trade wheel the price is mentioned. And for that cycle the separate price is mentioned. That is not for a single price. But still, they're providing as a bundle, in the scheme. So, let us check. As per our flow chart. First of all, whether it is a composite supply or mixed supply. First, whether is it naturally bundled. Now very honestly we cannot say whether it is neutral bundle or not. Because the industry it is a practice that to provides these elements together. Yes. It is naturally bundled. Is it providing in the ordinary course of business? Condition number 2. Yes. The vendor is always providing this 2 element together. It is not something extraordinary. Let us assume this also. Yes. Now the third condition is important. one of which is a principal supply. As per like definition of principal supply, one component should be predominant, either in terms of value or volume. Now here the elements are almost equal in terms of value or volume. So none of this predominate over here. So there is no principal supply. Answer to the third question is no. That is why we will check this checkbox. It is not a composite supply. Each supplied for a single price. Whether it is applied for single price. Actually this is applied for separate price. So answer for this question is also no. That is why it is not a mixed supply also. Because if answer would have been yes, then only it will become mixed supply. The answer for this question is no. So, it is neither a composite supply nor a mixed supply. Then, how it will be taxed? Tax at the rate of individual rates. So whatever is the rate of tax applicable for trade meal will be charged on the price of trade meal. And the tax rate for cycle will be charged on the price of cycle. Individually rates will be applicable on individual items of the supply. So this is the whole thing. Whole mechanism of composite or mixed supply. Now we can refer the notes, and then you can try few examples on your own, so that the concept will be clear for you.